everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Daria, and today's practice is called Sweeten and Soothe. And this class is all about tuning into the somatic feedback and information that we can receive through our practice, finding ways that we can move sweetly and breathe sweetly to create more ease and this soothing after effect to our practice. So this isn't like a power flow. This is not yin. It's somewhere in the middle of that spectrum. Hopefully a nice feel-good situation. So you'll just need yourself in a space to move, maybe a couple of yoga blocks if you know that you like to practice with them. And whenever you're ready, let's get into it. We'll begin today in child's pose. So feel free to find any version of child's pose that feels sweet, supportive, soothing for you. Knees can be wide, they can be closer. Sit bones onto your heels. Walk your fingertips forward, and then maybe your forehead relaxes down. Maybe your chest and your chin come through. And then spend a few moments here just landing, arriving into your space, and drawing your awareness into your physical body. Let there be a shift where your attention moves from the world around you, all the things going on in your life, your week, your day, your month. And the attention now will turn more toward all of the sensations and expressions and subtleties that we can sense in our inner worlds when we get quieter and more still. Let this be a process of shifting your awareness. Begin to deepen your breath, filling your belly and your low back fully with your next inhalation. And as you exhale, just melt more into the support of the earth beneath you. You can start to find a gentle Ujjayi pranayama. The breath moves in and out through your nose, caressing the floor of the nostrils and the back of the throat to create a whispered ocean wave sound. And just get curious about how sweet your breath can be. And then just do a little check-in with yourself. Ask what's here for you today, what is surfacing in stillness. What might you be processing? Allow there to be discomfort along with more pleasant expressions. So there's space for all, no judgment. Finding an atmosphere of acceptance. One more, really full, deep inhalation. Let it travel up the line of your spine. Exhalation rinses back down, softens the creases of the hips. Begin to press forward. Let's come into tabletop position. Onto hands and knees, the fingers broaden and tack down. Shins can turn to parallel. With your next breath in, get soft through your belly. Curl your sit bones toward the sky. Relax your rib cage and then drag from the base of your heart forward. Turn your eyes to gaze up. Cow. Stay in cow and start to tilt your weight a little bit forward and back. Just a little rock here. One more breath in. As you exhale, sit bones wrap down toward the backs of your knees. The core hollows, the spine begins to round all the way up through the back of your neck until the top of your skull faces the earth, and we move into cat. And then here, take a little sway, a rock, forward and back. Continuing to breathe, let the breath massage between your vertebrae. Next, inhale, belly soft. Sit bones rise. Pull hands and knees toward one another as you lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, press to the earth. Get really hollow through your core and round your spine. Let's do a few more rounds of cat-cows. Inhaling, opening up your front body as your back body contracts. Exhale, root to the earth. Now the front body contracts and the back body opens. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Begin to find a neutral spine. Curl your toes under. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, press to the earth, lift your knees, and send your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. And I'll invite you today to really find a lot of fluidity in this first down dog. So move around, explore wiggles through the hips, the ribs, the spine, maybe the head and the neck. And check in with your feet. You can open up the bottoms of the feet, tops of the feet, the spaces between your toes. Just have a couple more breaths here exploring. And then keep moving for a little longer if you'd like. When you're ready, let's begin to settle into stillness here. Activate, energize through the lines of your arms and your legs down into the earth, growing roots through the hands and the feet. And then let your inhalations brighten up the central column of your spine. Find a little coil of your sitting bones toward the sky, a micro bend in your knees, and a slight firming of your outer hips in. Then roll your inner thighs toward the back wall. One more full breath in. And stay as you exhale. Next breath in, lift your heels, slowly round your spine, and we'll shift forward into a high plank. As you exhale, micro bend your elbows, micro bend your knees. Softly release your pelvis all the way to the earth, then stretch your feet out long. Drag your hands isometrically back in space and begin to coil forward through the base of your heart. So it's high cobra. If this is a lot right away, go lower. Now feel the broadness across your collarbones. Let your breath climb up your front body, especially the muscles of your low belly. It's as though you're lifting your pelvic floor to your sternum. One more breath in. Now exhale, walk your right hand a baby step more forward and then slowly roll onto your outer right hip. Feet could stagger or stack. Let your left fingertips slide in front of your belly and then soften your right shoulder up towards your ear. So in doing so, you're allowing the right side of your rib cage to fan open, and we'll direct the breath to the windows between the ribs. Just a few rounds here. Let your body be heavy. Everything's just kind of melting. More on the passive side with this position. Begin to turn your gaze to look forward. Press into your right palm and then just slide all the way back down. Let's come onto the belly. And place your palms beside your ribs, root your toenails. As you breathe in, let's rise back up into this higher cobra position. Spin your biceps forward and your triceps backwards as the bottom corners of your shoulder blades hug toward one another. Full breath in. Exhale, left hand shifts a little forward, roll to your outer left hip, and then drag your right fingertips in front of your belly. And slide your left shoulder up towards your ear. And imagine you're breathing more into your left lung, on the left side of your waist, the left ribs. One more full breath. Turn your gaze back to the top of the mat. Press your left palm down. Right hand roots for support and roll slowly onto your belly. Now let's step the fingertips forward and wider on your mat. Elbows lift up toward the sky. Dig into your toenails, firm your thighs. And as you inhale, begin to peel your chest up and away from the earth. Again, rising up into cobra. Hug your inner thighs toward the midline. And then let your sit bones reach toward the backs of your knees, actually creating a spread through your lower back. One more breath in. And as you exhale, lower down. Let's do that again. So inhale, peel your chest up away from the earth and coil from the base of your heart forward. As you exhale, release down. One more time. Breathing in, rise tall. And breathing out, softly lower. Press your palms beside your ribs. Inhale, root to the earth, rise up into tabletop. As you exhale, curl your toes under, lift your knees and send your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. However long your inhalation lasts, see that your exhale is just as long. Begin to walk your hands to the back of your mat, so all the way back to your feet. We'll come into a ragdoll fold here. Have your knees bent. They could be a little bent, maybe even more bent, to enable the belly and chest to rest onto your thighs. The head is releasing. The entire spine is like a waterfall, folding, cascading forward. And then any arm variation you like, go for it. I really like lately hands at the back of the head and sort of pulling in a nice, sweet way on the base of the skull to enable the cervical spine to soften more. Breathing into the space of the back of your waist. Breathing out, rinse your breath down the lines of your spine. Release your grip if you took one. Dig your big toes down, root your fingertips, see if you can keep them anchored. And then with your next breath in, pull up through the fronts of your thighs, shift weight to the front parts of your feet, send your sitting bones back, and lengthen your heart forward away from your thighs, halfway lift. As you exhale, just bow in again. Let's repeat that. So inhale, rooting to the big toes, grow through the legs, then through the spine. As you exhale, bow. One more time. Breathing in, Ardha Uttanasana, super long through the spine. As you exhale, bend your knees a little. Walk your hands all the way back out to the top of your mat to downward facing dog. With your next inhalation, stretch your right leg high, 3-legged down dog. As you exhale, stack your hip, bend your knee, and stretch your right toes as far toward the left side of your mat as they'll go, while continuing to spin the back of your right rib cage toward the earth. One more full breath in. As you exhale, lift your left heel, hug your right knee forward, and softly place right foot to right thumb. Come up onto fingertips, touch your back knee down. As you breathe in, hug your left knee and right heel toward one another. Right sit bone curls toward the earth. The fingertips reach to the sky. Anjaneyasana. As you exhale, dig into your big toes, cactus through your elbows, and slide the energy of your sit bones toward the top of your mats. Grow from the back of your ribcage taller through the crown of your head. One more breath in. Exhale, place your left hand to the earth, sweep your right fingertips to the sky, and then dig into the ball of your left foot to lift that knee. Allow your quad muscles on your left thigh to be really engaged, like they're brightening. It's like your thigh bone is trying to stretch to the ceiling. And then hug your outer right hip in toward the midline, gaze circles up. Stay here, or begin to lift your right heel so you come onto the ball of that foot and circle your right fingertips all the way around to the back of your space, palm facing the sky. One more breath in. Exhale, pivot back to facing the top of the mat. Plant your right hand down, step your right foot to plank. Inhale here. As you exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Lower halfway down, magnetizing your forearms. Breathing in, slide forward, up dog or cobra, inflate across your heart. Exhale, belly to the spine, glide your hips back, downward facing dog. Full inhalation. Stay as you exhale. Next breath in, sweep your left leg high, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, stack your hip, bend your knee, and then extend your left toes far, far, far toward the right side of your mat. Shoulders and ribs work to square. One more breath in. Exhale, right heel rises, left knee hugs forward. Really hollow through your core, and quietly step left foot to left thumb. Land your back knee, and then create a Squeeze between your inner thighs as your big toes dig down and your fingertips sweep up, kneeling warrior. As you exhale, cactus your elbows with resistance. Hug up through the frontal hip bones like they're climbing up toward the bottom of your rib cage, the front ribs, and then lift your back ribs away from your waistline. One more breath in. As you exhale, right hand lands to the earth, left fingertips reach to the sky, back knee lifts. Then hug your shoulder blades toward one another. Let the front of your heart be like it's on a string, being pulled forward and up. And then reach back through your right heel as you grow forward through the crown of your head. Stay here or begin to lift your left heel away from the earth and circle your left fingertips all the way around and back. Your palm faces the sky, the chest is broad. Full inhalation. Exhale, unwind. Place your left palm, softly step left foot beside the right one, plank. Breathe in here. Breathe out, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, come down halfway. Inhale, grow taller through your heart, maybe through your gaze. And exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift your heels and softly lower your knees to the mat. Come to a seated position. So the sit bones back onto your heels. Let's turn our palms to face up toward the sky. Allow your eyes to fall closed or simply soften your gaze. And then get really still and notice everything. What are the tiniest sensations that you can feel or notice? And gently blink your eyes open. Inhale, circle your arms, widen up to the sky. As you exhale, dive your hands to the top of the mat, place your palms. Inhale, come forward through hands and knees, rounding the spine if you like. Exhale, tuck your toes, coil your sit bones to the sky as you rise back, downward facing dog. Next breath in, the right leg rises, three-legged down dog. Exhale, stack your right hip, bend your knee. Inhale here. Exhale, step through, right foot, right thumb, back knee touches down. Breathe in and sweep your fingers to the sky, kneeling warrior. Breathe out, cactus your elbows. Energy of the sit bones reaches toward the top of the mat. Left hand lands, right fingertips lift up. Inhale, lift your back knee. Exhale, lift your front heel and sweep your right fingertips to the back of the mat. Then hug in through the outer hips, full breath in. Exhale, right hand lands, step to plank and lower chaturanga. Inhale, slide forward, lift your heart. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg high again. As you exhale, left heel lifts, right knee towards your left tricep. Cross your right ankle outside of your left thigh. And then cheerio, no. And then turn your back heel down so the outer edge of your foot is aligned with the back of your mat. Carve into your index finger mound on your right hand and then cactus your left elbow toward the sky. Squeezing your right side body, maybe left fingertips turn to face down and then circle forward over your ear. Take a little figure 4 side plank. Full breath in and exhale, left hand down, softly step back, downward facing dog. As you breathe in, sweep your left leg high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, stack your hip and bend your knee. Stay here, full inhale. Exhale, left foot through, back knee touches down. Breathing in, root to the earth. We'll rise up, kneeling warrior. Breathing out, cactus through your elbows. Lift taller through your frontal hip bones. Inhale, right hand lands, left arm up, back knee lifts. As you exhale, lift your left heel, and then with resistance, sweep your left fingertips around to the back of your mat. Inhale, broad heart, broad collarbones. Exhale, left hand down, step to plank, and your vinyasa. On your inhalation, reach back through your legs as much as you draw up through your front body. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Next breath in, the left leg rises again. As you exhale, left knee to right tricep. Then hook left ankle outside the right thigh and spin your back heel down so your toes point toward the right side of your mat. Left fingertips clawing down. Inhale, cactus through your right elbow. As you exhale, press more into left hand and right foot and maybe sweep your right fingertips over the top of your head. One more breath in along your whole right side. Exhale, gather in through your core, plant your right palm, and step back, downward facing dog. Full inhale, full exhale. Breathe in, lift your heels. Breathe out, bend your knees, root them to the earth, sit back onto your heels, and turn your palms up on your thighs. Maybe the gaze softens, maybe the eyes fall closed. And then just receive the moment as it is. There's nothing you have to fix or do or change or fidget or adjust. And blink your eyes open. Let's come down to seated. So sit bones to the earth, swinging your legs around and forward. Have a moment in Dandasana. So really flex your toes back, but then press a little bit forward through the balls of your feet. Sit bones reach down, crown of head lifts up. Full breath in, full breath out. Now bend your right knee so your shin moves towards your chest, and then pick up your foot and step it outside of your left thigh. You might stay here. You might lean a little towards your left sit bone so the left heel can kick in and come towards your right sit bone. Wherever you go, find an even balance of weight from one side to the other. Right fingertips to the base of your spine, and as you inhale, stretch tall through your left arm, left side. As you exhale, finding your twist. So the left arm can give your leg a hug, or the elbow can hook outside of your thigh. And then every time that you inhale, let there be an illumination of the line of your spine. It's getting more vibrant, brighter, more energized. And then every time you exhale, create a hugging in towards your core, through the solar plexus, through the navel, drawing back towards your spine. One more breath. And then gently unwind. Lean your fingertips back so that you can unthread your legs and come to Dandasana again. And just pause. Inhaling, pull energy through the lines of your legs to your pelvis, then from the pelvic bowl up to your spine. As you exhale, shoulders melt away from your ears. Then bend your left knee, hug your shin in, step left foot outside of right thigh. Stay or kick your right heel in. Twisted seat. Left fingertips down. As you inhale, your right arm sweeps up. Exhale, Ardha Matsyendrasana, finding your twist. Connecting to length on your inhales. And connecting to your center on your exhales. It's as though your rib cage is like hugging in with the exhale breath toward the central column of your spine or towards your solar plexus region. Rooting into your sit bones, slowly unwind, turning back to face the top of your mat. Fingertips come down behind you, unwind your legs, and reach them forward. Now this time, as you breathe in, let's reach our arms forward, palms to the sky. As you breathe out, slowly rounding down your spine, one vertebra at a time, to find your way to lying on your back. And then send your legs up toward the sky and catch onto shins or ankles or outer feet. Draw your knees down and wide into happy baby. Root your sacrum, it's the flat bone at the base of your spine. Press the mounds of your big toes toward the sky as you draw the toes themselves back towards your shins. And anchor the back of your head, and maybe you rock a little here, side to side, play around, whatever you like. Then hug your knees into your chest, curl your chin up, wrap your forearms around your shins, and draw the energy of your belly down toward the earth. Full inhalation. As you exhale, open up into Savasana. The arms and legs go wide, and everything can drop and soften and melt down. Let's take a clearing sigh all together. Inhale, filling your lungs from the bottom of your torso up to the top. Open mouth sigh, setting something free, clearing any residue. Notice the effects of that sigh. Maybe you want to take another one and do what you need. This next little bit of time is yours to really soften and soothe. Melt into the surface beneath you and simply let go. Begin to draw your awareness back, connecting to your inner world, and deepen your breath. Just stay exactly as you are. And then begin to bring some little movements back into the fingers, into the toes, whatever else you like. And on an inhalation, find a good morning stretch. Arms reach back over the head, toes extend forward. As you exhale, bend your knees, roll to your side for fetal pose. Allow your head to rest. Everything is dropping. And then press down and find your way up to a tall seated position. And we'll close our practice in a seat. So however you like, you could elevate your sit bones onto a prop if you have one. You could come to kneeling if that makes more sense for you. Don't overthink it, just go where you like. And then palms up or down, eyes are closed. And then notice what's going on inside. Has anything softened or sweetened or been soothed as a result of your practice? Simply bringing your awareness inside. Maybe your energy has shifted or lifted. And then whatever the outcome is, just let it be. There's nothing you have to do about it. It doesn't need to be different than it is. And draw your palms to meet in prayer at heart center. And just have a final moment here for you. Whatever you need it to be. Inhale, lift your heart in the direction of your thumbs. And exhale, bow, chin to chest. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. I hope that this was helpful in some way. Maybe something feels sweetened or soothed, or you're just more connected to your breath and to your body. If you're not already a subscriber to my channel, you can do that below. You can also join as a monthly donation member. All of this is very helpful to support me and my channel. I hope you're doing well and taking care of yourself wherever you are. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you soon in the next practice. Bye.